Hey YouTube, part 2 of the carburetor. Whoops. Part 2 of the carburetor rebuilds. Let's see what we can do. There's number 1. There's number 2. Parts and parts and parts and more parts. So, still the same night. Still piss pouring rain. I took the choke off of the old one and disassembled most of the old one already just to make this video a little shorter, hopefully. Let's see what we can do. I gotta get the accelerator pump off of this one, and I got the slide cover, whatever you want to call it, on top taken off of this already. So this thing's gonna come springing out at me if I don't hold it. Boing. Alright, let's see if we can get this bitch out of here without tearing it. Oh yeah, not even stuck into that block. Perfect. Into the new one it goes. Alrighty, we're getting there through there. Probably a good sign. Turn it back on. Let's see, I'm gonna need this little seal here. Like an O-ring, except it's a little longer. It's not really just around. Kind of too short to call a little tube and too long to call an O-ring. But it's closer to the O-ring side of things than a tube. Alrighty, accelerator pump done. Alright, and this slide, turn it. That's a power tool. Too late to work hard. Gotta love power tools. Now it looks like a alright, where's my 10mm? Looks like a nut, but I'm not sure. Yeah, just a nut, and then a lock washer, then a flat washer. And then a little bushing in that piece. And this piece is just going to go boing as soon as I get it out there. some kind of greased up cap and a spring. And one nice shiny slide. Burn marks on it. Oil marks on it. And burn marks. Don't ever look at that, but yeah. I'm looking forward to getting this thing done. Alrighty. Slide in. Where is it? Let's see. Cap. I guess that fits over that. That's kind of a dust seal. Almost like, looks like a foam seal. Yeah, it is. Nice bad boy. Yeah. I'm so wrong trying to transplant and reuse a freaking foam seal. But gotta do what you gotta do. Happy to do what I gotta do. A little bit of grease. Things moving. This has to go on everything like that. I think this should be able to fit in something like that. This must go like that. I believe. First, I gotta get that damn spring on. Yeah. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, I'm kind of this thing going. See what goes on there. That's happening. Another one you can look at. It appears. Let's see what goes on like that. Wind it up. One time. Oh shit, that's the wrong way. Oh, good shit. I hope. Alright. So yeah, go like that. Wind it one time. Spring out of the way. It looks about right. That's not the right screen. This little guy here. You can tell it because this one actually has a smooth upper half and is only threaded on the very bottom. Where's the hole? Alrighty. And before I do that, I've been putting this shit on. Grease. Don't need to get crazy with it. Then you gotta move your spring out of the way again. And you've got your bushing, then your flat washer, lock washer, 10mm nut. Now if I'm right, I've already said all that, just in the opposite order. And again, if you didn't watch the first video where I apologized for the rain, I apologize for all the rain. Looks good. Gasket. Cover. And just because I'm lazy, something you really shouldn't do, tighten some little tiny screws with a really powerful grip. Alrighty, that's got the little bit of play. It should, that one doesn't have as much. This one, however, does. And that little plastic piece mounts on that little ball there. First we're going to get the bottom of this bad boy together. Just for good measure. I always like to put these holders up against something and then blow through them. I don't know if you can see it on there, but if you know these, there's a bunch of little tiny holes in them. And I like to put it up against something to force it through all those little tiny holes. Make sure you get all of them clean. Then you start putting it back together. And in this main carb, I'm running a 110 main, which seems really low to me, but it's what it had. Or actually, it had a 108 in it, and I bumped it up to a 110. I'm actually probably going to order a 115. I want it to be just a little bit richer, I think. I'm no pro at jetting. But I would like my bike to run a little bit cooler, just because at low speeds that motor's just cooking. I have my parents ride a 04 Polaris that tops out at like 55, and they ride slow, and doing like 20 or 30 on that bike, you know, it's not bad if it's cool, but in a hot desert like I was down in Utah over the weekend, doing 15-20 miles an hour on that for an extended period of time when it's, you know, 75, 80, you can just feel the heat on the inside of your legs. And I'm not even sure what my main is. I didn't even check it. I'll tell you, just a good measure. Or not my main, my pilot, or idle jet, whatever you want to call it. 58. And that seems to work fine. I don't have any aftermarket parts really on mine. The only thing that's done to that bike is it has a Swiss cheese air box, which I've done myself. Some of you people don't really like doing that, but I put them all on the top underneath the seat, and in places where they don't really suck in that much dirt. I didn't drill up my plastic side cover or anything like that. I run a twin air filter. I ground all the welds out of my header, and that's about it. I don't run high compression piston. I don't run oversized cam. It's basically internally stopped. So, and that's what I'm running at. And then a 135 main in my second card, if you didn't watch the first video. So, needle valve, float, and also if you didn't watch my first video, if you need just a couple of carb parts, I can let you know if I can get them to you, because I have 4 carbs here. I don't have all the parts. I've broken some and used some and that kind of thing, but like bowls, you know, covers, throttle linkages over here. Somewhere I have another float. So, you know, I know how hard it is to find parts for some of these, so if you need something, let me know. You can message me or something. I'm just going through to pick out screws that still have good heads on them. Also, I don't know how long this video is running. We'll see here in just a minute. Hopefully my phone will have run out of space. Good. Alrighty, and I'll show you my homemade idle adjustment, because it didn't have one when I bought it. Start here. This is the cable holder. supposed to mount with 2 screws, it only had 1 in there. And the one that I took off of the one carb that I was using only had 1 as well. And it would pull it down, and I probably wasn't actually getting top revs out of my motorcycle my last ride. Alright. Should look something like that. Just put the cable holder on there. Now, as you can see, this one's not even, so one side has to go in with the bend closer. Just for good measure, I think I want to replace the O-rings on the main transfer. The whole reason I really ordered these carbs is for this little pipe right here. Because Bike Bandit wanted $36 for one of these little tubes. Yes, that little tube, $36. I said, no. And I figured since I broke one of my mounts, I might as well just get 2 new carb bodies. And I ended up paying $41 for both of these. That's with shipping. They came out of Boise. I got them in 2 days. So I mean, I can't really complain about that. By the time I would have paid for shipping from Bike Bandit, it would have been more. So I got a whole assortment of O-rings here. A little better. The only reason I'm not doing it on the choke is because it doesn't really flow through there constantly. This one is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which side it goes in. The bend is the dead center, so. There we have it. All except for my idle adjustment. Big stiff. That's stiffer than it was before, but as you can see, this carburetor opens up that far before it even moves the other one. And you can adjust how far, right there with that screw, how far that carburetor is actually, well, that slide's allowed to go down. So, when you pull it up, it pulls that one up that far, and it actually pulls the other one up so it can catch up. It pulls it faster. So, there's another jet. That's a little different style jet that was in those carburetors when I got it. ridiculously rich. Alrighty. Now on to my homemade idle adjustment. That's the original little thumb screw, clamped onto a piece of tachometer, or the speedometer cable on this CS5 was broke, so I stole a little piece of speedo cable from that, a little old no-name socket, 3/16, and jammed the end of it in there, and it fit really good and tight. And then I took the screw, and the screw's actually bent right there, as you can see, but I took the screw and jammed it in that end and then welded it in there. So it works. It doesn't stay in there because I don't have a C-clip for it and everything, but you know, it'll come out of there a little ways. But it keeps the idle from, because before when I had it, it was just hanging loose in there. It didn't even come through this plate, and it would just eventually vibrate and move my idle setting. So I stopped that real fast. Let me straighten that a little bit without breaking it. Buggered up a couple of those threads down in that screw straight, so it doesn't want to get through there real easy, at least the first time around. Yeah, that's probably about right. I'll have to get it on the bike and really check it out to make sure. There you have it. I also noticed, aside from the jet going to the choke being different, it was a 70 versus a 60. The new one had, the two new carbs I got, it had a 60. That hole right there is not the same size as that hole right there. This is that side's carburetor, and so is this one, both of which have the bigger hole. So I don't know what's up with that. And then this one has the bigger hole, which looks like somebody chewed it out with a drill bit. And then this one has the bigger hole. That's the only one with that smaller hole. So I don't know what's up with that. But we'll see how it goes. Other than that, I think they're identical, you know. But I really probably wouldn't have had to get 2 new carburetors to mount them together, but it's just kind of the peace of mind. And I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to my bike, because when I'm riding this in the middle of fucking nowhere, I want to be sure that I'm not having stuff fall apart on me and that kind of thing. So, you know, it's just a peace of mind thing. And I will be ordering a new rear sprocket, front sprocket. I've been talking to some guys on Thumper Talk about going down to, this is a 48 rear sprocket. I've been talking about maybe going down. This thing topped it out at 80. This last trip I only topped it out at 75. But I've been talking about going down to, like, I don't know. It's a 48 now. I wouldn't mind having a 46 on it, just for a little more top end. But I think that carburetor wasn't letting me open it up quite wide enough. But that was a pretty successful weekend, other than busting the shit out of my fender. I did get a flat, and I gotta get a new tube. It has Fix-A-Flat in it right now, just to get me through the weekend. But it's still holding. Clean my nasty air filter. There you can see the holes that I put in it. I put them there, and I actually put 3 down along the back side here. And I'm not sure if I had it to do over, if I put those in it or not. Simply because there's a plastic piece in there, but I'm sure it still picks up a shit ton of dust from my rear tire. So, but she ran real good. I might take that Red Bull cane off just because I don't really like it. So, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for another long video.